Next is Norma. Norma's got a problem with a sleeping situation. What's happening, Norma? Well, so my husband and I have been married for 5 years. We sleep in separate rooms. We started doing this 6 months ago because when he had the flu, but then we discovered that we slept better having our own bed, so we just stay with it. And plus, I'm a night person, and he gets up really early in the morning. We still have great sex life, and we still hang out at night. But when we have to go to bed, we go to separate rooms. So I was talking to some of my girlfriends, and somehow we got into the topic of sleep, right? And so I said something like, and then they just went nuts, and they told me that it was terrible, that it was really bad sign for my marriage. And so, do you think that's a problem? I'll put it real simple. You said you have a really great sex life. Yeah, we do. You said you get along really well. We do. You said you're happily married and you're both getting a good night's sleep. Yes. Okay. Check, 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 check. Yeah, you're fine, you're fine. If any of those things start to slip, yeah, then okay. Then you got to sit down, have a conversation with them, say, what's going on? We're not having sex like we used to. We're not spending time together in the evenings. We're going to our rooms, whatever it might be. But other than that, with all due respect to your girlfriends, tell them pay attention to their own marriages, okay? Keep an eye on what's going on in their house, in their bedroom. The only two people got to be happy with your marriage are you and your husband. And it sounds like you're doing great. Okay, cool. Thank you. You have learned one thing from all of this. Stop talking about your relationship to other people. Yeah. Here is the best advice I ever got. When you get married, form a two-handed circle. Don't let nobody else in that circle because if you let your mama in, she going to mess it up. Yeah, you can't let your friends in. They going to mess it up. Form a two-handed circle. Don't let nobody in it. You good. I wanted to talk about responsibility. I've been married for 3 years and my husband and I keep having the same fight over and over. My husband and I both work hard during the week. I try to be a good wife. I do all the laundry, take care of the kids' homework, make sure we have a hot dinner on the table. But most weekends, there are a few things that I need my husband to do around the house. When I ask my husband to do these few things, he gets upset and tells me that it's his time to relax and that I'm being demanding. Now, I know my husband needs a break, but I don't think I'm asking too much. Any advice? What might work well with him? Because it's sometimes easier to train a man than it is to train a dog. You might want to say to him very clearly, all right, look, these are the 4 things I need done. So, if you can get these 4 things done for me Sunday, I will leave you alone completely. You can watch the game. I'll even make wings, incentivize it for him. Whether it's with food, sex, praise, or some combination of the 3 all at once. Whatever it is, it's going to work. Yeah, that is exactly right. Ladies, if you're trying to get your man to do something and you are struggling, all you have to do is cut a deal with him. Men only respond to 1 of 3 things: pain, consequence, or reward. Now, in your deal that you cut, make sure that subliminally there is some pain and consequences along with the reward. You can then get exactly what you want, and he get exactly what he want. Stop going to your man with what you want without putting something in it that he can get. I'm sorry that we're like that, but that's how we are. I apologize for us, but that's how I understand. Thank you. So, where's Sonia? Hi, Steve. My husband and I have been married for about 7 years now. And lately, he's been talking to his ex-girlfriend from high school. Something about this makes me uncomfortable. I've never met the woman. I don't know her. She's married, too. Should I be paranoid? I would say yes, I would be paranoid. And here's why. Because I'm Facebook, and there's a whole chapter in my book about Facebook, and then I say in the chapter that if we were going to invent an infidelity-generating machine, it would be called Facebook. But what I'll say is it's a lot easier to go back to someplace you've been before, okay? So this is a girlfriend he already had. There's a person he had a physical and romantic relationship with. It's a lot easier to go back to that than it was to start something new. But the question I'd suggest to you is take a look at her Facebook and take a look at his Facebook, because you said she's married too. Does her husband have a lead role on her Facebook page? Or is he somewhere in the supporting cast? You know, do you have any role in your husband's Facebook page? Are there pictures of the two of you? Or would you look at his Facebook and go, oh, that guy might be single? Have you looked at your husband's? I try to respect his space and he respects mine. I mean, but Facebook is public domain, so it's not like you're going in his phone or his wallet yet. If she lives in the area, invite her and her husband over for dinner. If your husband shuts that idea down or she says, oh, no, you know what? I don't feel comfortable with that. That's another red flag right there. Right, thank you.